It's Aurora, and it's been a minute since I've been here, especially been here with my face. But the month of June is coming up, and it just feels really ripe and juicy in only the way that summer can. And it's time. So here we are. Okay, let's find out what you need to know about June 2024. Peace. Okay, I'm not mad at it at all. Surrender. Okay, we'll pull one more. And the removal of hunger. Okay, that already is off to a phenomenal start. I'm so happy to see that. So those are our oracle cards. So right off the bat, it lets us know that June is going to be everything that we have been looking and hoping for, right? Nobody is ever like, oh, I only want problems. I only want chaos. I don't want peace and, fullness in my life. If you did, I need you to go touch some grass, okay? Go touch some grass. I need you to go lay in it. Go find a field of clover at your local park and just submerge yourself. I want you to turn into hosier, and I want you to just disintegrate into moss. Okay? Okay. So, that dramatic statement being over, let's jump into our tarot. What do we need to know about the month of June 2024? I hope you guys have been doing well. My life has been a little bit of up, a little bit of down. I've been moving. The move has been good, but also moving is always stressful. So it is what it is, But now we're in a better space for our dog. I get better lighting, which is nice. It is also getting closer to summertime, so the sun's open. The sun is not a store. So the sun is up for a longer period of time. So what do we need to know about June 2024? Why? Okay. We've got the Nine of Swords. Wasn't anticipating that, or don't like it. We've got the Four of Coins in reverse. Okay, I do like that. I like it in reverse. Temperance. Four of Swords in reverse. Unsurprising. And then we've got the Page of Cups, right? Or the Princess of Cups in this case. So let's start here for a second. Okay, so the Nine of Swords always reads as anxiety, right? You've got this guy sitting on your chest, and it makes me think, you can't breathe. It makes me think like, your thoughts are just racing. And even though you're laying in this bed, you are unable to rest, right? And then we've got the Four of Coins. Now, right side up, the Four of Coins to me is always about like that thing that you're longing for. And with it in reverse, it makes me think that we're getting a little bit closer to whatever it is that you're longing for. So that's a good thing. And it seems that we're anxious about it. But temperance here, that's the combining of two different elements to create something wholly unique that only you can create. And this card in particular has irises, which are a sign of hope. They are the rainbow after the storm, right? So we're feeling a little bit anxious about something that we're wanting to bring to fruition, but we're just a little antsy about it still. And I feel like we're working really, really hard because here's another rest card turned upside down. The Four of Swords to me always reads as resting. Like you've got all of this chaos above you and you're just choosing to relax, right? I mean, we're a little concerned. I can't figure out if she's resting in a coffin or not. But what is death but the ultimate rest? Sorry, if you guys are here, you know that I'm weird about death. And by weird, I mean it doesn't bother me. We all have to go at some point. All I can hope is that I go peacefully. And all I can do is tell everybody that I love them on a regular basis. That's all I can do. So I might as well embrace it and move forward. Now, we're not feeling any rest, but we are feeling like the Page or the Princess of Cups. Which, like, look at this card. It is playful, it is childish, it is like just very sweet and tender hearted, right? So whatever it is that you're working for in the month of June is going to take you back to that nature. It's going to allow you to embrace your childlike wonder and your childlike merriment. Merriment is not a normal word in my vocabulary, so someone out there, that one was for you. Okay, so what is it that we're trying to create? What are we making in June? What are you doing? And I have to remember, and I have to remind us that surrender was a part of this. So no matter how anxious we feel about it, we're going to have to just go with the flow. We're just going to have to surrender to the situation instead of fighting it and wasting our energy. But what is it that we are creating in June? Ooh, okay, the Star in reverse. Interesting. The Tower. I was not expecting all these major arcana. I was not expecting all these major arcana. The Lovers in reverse. I need y'all to stop. The Emperor. I'm going to keep pulling until I don't get a major arcana. This is wild. The Hanged Man. What are you up to in June? Finally, the Knight of Wands. It's the first card. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana in a row, not including the Temperance card we got earlier. Holy crap, what are you up to? Okay, so if you're new to tarot, sorry, I'm reorganizing my desk because those took up so much of my desk. If you are new to tarot, the major arcana are events or archetypes. There are only 26 and a deck, and you have 6. So you're going through a lot of punchy, juicy energy. So I have to say right off the bat, there is a lot of purple on my table right now. A lot of purple. So I don't know if purple is a power color for you. I don't know if purple is, maybe you've been working on your, I think it's indigo, but indigo is like purple-esque. There's a purple chakra. Look it up. Or maybe I'll look it up and put it in the comments. Or maybe somebody comment down below what the purple chakra is, because I cannot remember, my friends. But purple is going to be very important for you in the month of June. So, you know, maybe buy some purple clothes. Maybe buy a purple scarf to veil with to protect your energy. But let's jump into it. Most of these are upside down, and then some of them are right side up. We'll start with the Star card. So we've got hope. We've got inspiration. We have just all of this excitement pouring out of us. And oddly enough, I don't know, in America, they tell little kids when they're too young to know about the reproductive cycle that storks bring babies rather than sex. But if a stork brings the baby, a heron is the opposite. Not babies, but people. Herons take you away. Once again, mentioning death. Interesting. And this has a heron. A little funky one, but a heron nonetheless. I can't see anything else. We're hopeful. And it seems that we're hopeful almost about the Tower. And we're hopeful about the Tower in the way it relates to this Lovers card and the way that it relates to your relationship. And it does seem like a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it does seem that way. There is something that needs to radically change about your relationship with someone. And you know it. Most likely they know it as well. And there's just maybe a little bit of resistance from both parties, right? Because change is difficult. So there's something here that we need to have shaken up, that we need to have like split apart so that we can rebuild from the beginning. And then that leads to the Emperor, right? The Emperor is ruled by Aries, despite this giant eagle here. He is ruled by Aries, and he is all about his realm of control, his realm of power, and how he uses his power. The Emperor is more than a king. He has kingdoms, multiple kingdoms under his domain. So he has to be strong, he has to be fierce, and he has to be sure of himself. And that absolutely is what he is. So there's something about your relationship that needs to change in order for you to feel more solid and more comfortable in your role of power, in your position of power. And that is going to take the Hanged Man, right? It's going to change. It's going to take you changing your perspective on how you take action, because that's the Knight of Wands, right? The Knight of Wands is all about movement. He's not going to sit and plan. He may, you know, put the cart before the horse sometimes, but he is about action and change. He's not going to sit around and wait. I also love that this Knight of Wands is on a bird. And I love that birds are so prevalent in this reading, because he's on a bird. We've got the Emperor with his eagle, and then we have our heron here. So maybe you've been seeing a lot of birds lately. Maybe those are a sign for you. Maybe, you know, keep an eye out to see more, and to find out, you know, whether or not you're on the right path, kind of like a sign of confirmation. And okay, here's the thing. We mention this a lot in tarot, right? Like, oh, maybe this is a sign. You know, you can ask for signs, right? Like, you can say, hey, guides, will you show me a duck if I'm on the right path? And keep in mind, this can be a duck in real life. This can be a mention of a duck in a book. It can be a duck on a cartoon show. You can see Daffy Duck. You can hear about your co-worker going to hunt ducks. Do people hunt ducks? People go duck hunting. Just feels weird when I say it out loud. Obviously, I don't hunt. So, you know, maybe ask for a specific kind of bird if you live in an area that has lots of birds. But let's continue. What are we creating? What is it that we're creating this month in June? The Lovers in reverse. Again, this deck has 4 Lovers cards. It's why I got it. I love all the different various lovers. The Lovers in reverse. Again. Another major arcana. The Justice card in reverse. I'm sorry, you've been seeing how much I shuffled, and I shuffled more before I even started this reading. Okay, the Two of Wands. A decision. And then the Ten of Swords. Man, whatever this is, you want it to end. Like, and here's the thing. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Once again, it does not have to be romantic. It can be your relationship to yourself and how you look at yourself. It can be your relationship with your job, right? With your career. It can be a relationship with a coworker, a relationship with a friend. But there's something about this like weird dynamic that you need to know about and that you need to have over and done with. And I'm filming this on May 20th. And earlier today, I uploaded a video to my TikTok. And it's the week ahead video. And honestly, I'm getting a lot of similar vibes in this reading. And it's odd that usually doesn't transfer from audience, because I asked specifically what each audience needs. So it may be that even though this reading's for June, whatever issue it is that you're unpacking, you start to unpack it in the week of May 20th, 2024. So keep that in mind when you watch this. When you go back, think about what you were doing the week of May 20th. So the Justice card is exactly what it sounds like. It is justice. It is fairness. And I really like this Justice. I'm digging the Seraphim multiple wings, and I love that her sword is up, but it is not unsheathed, right? She's making you aware of her strengths, aware of her intelligence, but she's not going in for the kill just yet. It's almost like she's leaving you an opportunity to represent yourself and to tell the truth and to fess up, right? Or them. Doesn't have to be you that's misstepping. Followed by a decision. So within a relationship, you are experiencing some sort of disservice, some sort of injustice, and you have to make a decision on how it's going to end. This is the Ten of Swords. It's upsetting. There's no getting around it. We've got all of these swords in your back, except for this one. You have one last opportunity, and that's what this is. That's what this is. Or even better, they have one last opportunity. You've given them chance and chance, time and time again, in order to get their shit together, in order to stop acting a fool, and they're continuing to do so, and you're over it. And this is their last chance. So I hope by now you know what I'm talking about. I've been going on for 14 minutes. I already did not expect for this video to last this long, but it's too juicy. I wasn't anticipating any of this. So let's find out what to avoid in June. And can I just say, keep in mind that at the beginning we pulled peace, surrender, and the removal of hunger. So it's going to end up okay. It's going to end up well. You're going to be fine. But just big energy this month. Big energy in June. So what is it you need to avoid in June to transverse this experience smoothly? Okay, not a major arcana for once. I mean, we've got half of them already. So the Queen of Swords. You need to avoid being cold-hearted, because while you've been given the shit end of the stick, staying empathetic and staying kind is something that is crucial to you as a person. And if you find yourself being cold, because I mean, she's literally blue. Don't get me wrong, I love the Queen of Swords. And I know that some people like to call her frigid. I usually just see her as like dry and cut, and she's not gonna add emojis to her text, and she's not gonna add extra exclamation marks to her email so it comes off softer. She just tells it like it is. But I think that despite how frustrated you are, if you come off too coldly to this person, or as if you look back and you perceive the interactions as cold, you're gonna have regret. So I need you to communicate whatever is going on in your normal manner, so that when you look back, you have no regret. You can't say, oh, well, I spoke to them harshly, like, oh, I didn't need to be that mean. No, they deserve whatever it is that you give them, but I need you to do this for you, not for them. We have the 5 of Coins in reverse as something to avoid, which, I mean, okay, right side up, I would love to avoid it. Okay, we're going to think on that. And then the 10 of Coins as something to avoid. Interesting. Let's look at these together. How are we avoiding this? What are we avoiding? We're avoiding being cold. We are... Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles is kind of like a lack of resources, right? And you're not viewing yourself properly, and you are kind of saving what little resources you have to take care of other people. That's where it's at. I need you to stop taking care of other people. I need you to take care of yourself. And normally, I love that aspect of this card in this deck, but you're going to end up taking care of that person. You're not going to end up ending this relationship the way that you need to. And then the 10 of Coins, which is doubled the last card that we got. We also got the 10 of Swords earlier, so that's interesting. And this card is right side up. For the 10 of Coins, that's kind of like the mastery of your resources. It's very solid. It's very stable. It kind of feels like don't settle. Don't think that this is the end. Don't think that this is the top tier. It's not the top tier. It's just the beginning. Oh, yeah. Don't let them, or don't let anyone convince you that, you know, they're the best you're ever going to have. Whether it's, you know, a coworker, like a manager saying, like, I'm the best manager I've ever known. I'm the best manager you're ever going to have. Don't let a job tell you that. Don't let, you know, your romantic partner tell you that this is the best job you're ever going to have. Sorry, the best relationship you're ever going to be in, because that's manipulative, my friend. They're trying to get you to stay when you know you want to go. So I need you to I need you to speak to them kindly so that you will never look back and regret this experience. I need you to realize that you need to take care of yourself and that you deserve to be taken care of, right? And I need you to realize that this is not the best that it gets. It can get so much better, and it will be so much better once you're through with all of this mess. So I'm going to reintegrate all of those cards because my deck is getting a little thin. And I'm going to reshuffle them, reintegrate them, and then I want to see if there's any like little details that you need to know as we go into this month. I haven't done a video in so long, I've kind of forgotten where I need to look. Where do my eyes need to be? Because looking into the camera, that's a little weird. And that's also like less direct, but like my eyes want to go up. I want to look at like my counter up here, right there. But then that's also weird. So sorry if my eyes are wandering. A raccoon! It's a raccoon! Where are you going? That's a little bold raccoon, I'm sorry. I usually don't see raccoon until like deep in the night in this neighborhood, but it is currently 7-Eleven. So he's feeling bold. He must really need to go to the Korean church that's next door. Maybe they've got some good snacks in their trash. I don't know. But how are we going to feel at the end of this? How are we going to feel at the end of this? Oh, the Four of Wands in reverse. So the Four of Wands I always read as a community card, and it's in reverse, so it automatically just feels like being your own community, being your own support, being comfortable being by yourself, you know? The Star card right side up. We're going to feel hopeful. We're going to feel inspired. Ah, I love it. The Lovers card right side up. So that means that whenever we take this crappy relationship out of our life, it's actually going to make room for someone positive, for someone lovely to come into our life. And phenomenal. Yes. And we're going to look at the bottom of the deck, which to me is like a magnifying glass or like an umbrella for what aspect of your life, or just like extra nuance. We have the Eight of Wands for this one, which means moving. And to me, it really feels like moving forward. Maybe you're going to move states. Maybe you've always wanted to move, but whatever this situation was has kept you from moving forward. And you're finally going to be able to. And I think that's phenomenal. And I'm going to shuffle and ask if there's any last messages. Are there any last messages from, you know, my viewers' guides, from their ancestors, from any primordial beings who, you know, have our highest and greatest good in mind? Is there any additional information that we need to know? The Four of Coins in reverse. Okay, that thing that you've been longing for, you're no longer longing for it. And the Queen of Pentacles. We had both of these cards earlier. So at the end of this experience, we really are going to have everything we've wanted, everything we've ever dreamed for. We are going to feel peaceful. We're going to feel like we're satiated in a brand new way. And it's going to be so amazing and so abundant and so healing. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you. I love you. You're phenomenal. If you would like your own reading, you know where to find me, venusblooms.com. I have all different kinds of tarot readings. I also have a guided journal that helps you identify and create actionable steps to becoming your divine self. It's called Alter Ego. And I also have services like timeline jumping and, you know, having a guided meditation that directly allows you to communicate with your guides. Not me as a conduit, just me opening up the floor and your guides arriving to speak to you. And it is so freaking amazing. It is so cool. I wish I had more clients for it. But if that resonated, let me know. I love seeing you guys. Bye.